Page 29, Scale Study for B-flat major. Interesting here because they didn't give you a scale study for D major when we had that with 2 sharps, but they're doing it for B-flat major. I don't know why. Maybe it was an oversight. However, they're doing it, so let's cover this scale study for B-flat. First thing to do would be to understand the key of B-flat. I have scale videos. It's time to go to my scale video on B-flat major and go ahead and start playing that according to what I explained in the scale video. 1 octave up and down is all you need to do here. It's a bit of a tricky scale to play. Make sure you're doing the trill exercises. They will do you the most good. And while you're at it, you just will do the minor scale. The relative minor scale for B-flat major is G minor. Remember how to figure out a minor scale? Relative minor, you go down 3. In B-flat, we're here. We're using B and E flats here. If I go down 3, 1, 2, 3, it's G minor is the relative minor. It's got 2 flats. Do that scale also. Well, let's go through this. B-flat major has 2 flats. It's a B-flat. B-flat is always the first flat in a key signature. B-flat. E-flat is always the second. As I said, like sharps are always in the same order. Well, flats are always in the same order, although it's a different order than the sharps. It's actually the reverse order. So while B-flat is the first flat in a key signature, B sharp would be the last sharp in a sharp key signature with sharps. Doesn't really help any. I'm just kind of had too much coffee now and I don't know what I'm doing here. So we got these notes, B-flat and E-flat. The fingering, I go over that and they do it here. You're starting here. I suggest you start with 4th finger. You see, when I was in college, and I had to go through all these scales and arpeggios 100 million times or whatever, it was insisted that for the starting or turnaround finger on black keys, I used the same finger I would use as if I were going to keep going. And in B-flat major, 4th finger's on the B-flat. It plays the B-flat. Therefore, when I would start the scale, I was required to start it on 4th finger and end it on 4th finger. And then the left hand, the 3rd finger plays it. I had to use 3rd finger. And here it would be 3rd finger, not 2nd here, because 3rd finger plays B-flat. That's how I did it in college. Now, when you get it in pieces, you're going to use whatever fingering the piece needs. So, as far as I'm concerned, here, just use their fingering. Start on 2nd if you want, or you can start on 4th, whichever. Now, you're just playing here, and then you get in the left hand, you're down here. That's fine, whatever. Let's just talk briefly about the primary chords for B-flat major because they're all the same. Once you understand how they work, it doesn't matter what the key signature is, you can figure them out. In B-flat major, remember, we're using B's and E's flats, otherwise it's white keys. Those are the keys we're going to use. So when I'm playing a piece in B-flat major, I don't worry about what's flatted or not. I just play the notes in B-flat major. Well, they're numbered. Remember, number and according 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're numbered. Any chord built on that number is that number chord. So 1, every other note in the scale. So 1, 2, here. It's a 1 chord in B-flat major, also known as a tonic chord. The 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 4 chord in B-flat major with a subdominant, and the 5 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5 chord in B-flat major. If I want the 7th, I add another. Remember, B-flat major has an E-flat? So that's the 5/7 or the dominant 7th. These are the primary chords in B-flat major. A 1, a 4, 5/7. Remember the pattern for 5/7s? The little finger, the bottom note comes down a half step, and use the top 2 notes in the position. This change in pattern works the same for every key, major and minor. Doesn't matter what it is. It works the same. The others don't necessarily work quite the same between major and minor, but this one does. You do it in both keys, both hands, whichever. Those are the primary chords. They're not showing them here, but the point is I'd like you to understand, since they've introduced chords, let's make sure we understand them in whatever key we're in. Now this piece, it's just 2 lines long, and you've had it before. It's no big deal, I hope. How fast you go and all that is entirely up to you. Just make it even. Care about louds and softs and all that. When you practice the scales, you should probably practice them at all the dynamic levels. How soft can you play it and get loud? Stay loose. It's just a lot of weight when you get loud. Is all very heavy. I'm not going to bother with it. Play with me. Oh no, let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. I didn't really go through the process for learning this. I'm trusting you can do it yourself. There's not a lot going on here. You got louds and softs and it's repeated. You can do that. As far as the speed, it's entirely up to you. So I'm not going to bother with a play with me, I think, on this, because hopefully you can do it okay. If you have any questions, let me know.